Hi, I'm the Michael Myers fanatic, and I'm here with Christian Mara 95. He's a Halloween fan, and we're doing a discussion on the next Halloween film, which might be a remake. Christian, are you there?
Yes, I am here, Darnell.
It's a pleasure doing this video with you.
I'm honored.
Tell me your thoughts on the next film.
Well, as we know, spoiler leaders and our remake in the works. It could work. I mean, if it succeeds and we see like, oh, this was actually pretty good. It was done well. It kept true. It's still a remake, yes, but with a previous Halloween film that we haven't seen in years. And if it succeeds, you may see more sequels and maybe a reverse of the franchise of a retelling. Like it may be a new story, but more films and they help people, get new fans in for the franchise,
Yeah. I think that they're afraid of failure, which is why they don't want to go back to Resurrection. What are your thoughts?
It seems like they got kind of afraid after the failure of the remakes, but I feel like you'll never know if you don't try.
Exactly. You can't be afraid to fail. Why be afraid? I mean, not everything is gonna succeed. Some things are gonna fail, and I don't care what anyone says. Resurrection did much better than H2O. Maybe not in the box office, but as far as the movie goes.
Well, I do also agree with that. I know I tend to agree a lot with what you say. I mean, it's not like, you speak blasphemy or anything like that, but I do agree that Resurrection was, to me, felt more like a Halloween film than H2O, although H2O did have some tributes or small little aspects that were taken from the first two films. But I still feel that because of the environment and because of the actors and, the characters themselves, I felt like it felt a little bit more like a screen movie, like a pop culture movie that I just didn't feel like it was truly there. But not to say both films were bad.
So did I. In my opinion, Resurrection was kind of like Halloween 6. And I say that because they were in the Myers house again. So it kind of felt very, very Halloween 6-ish,
Yeah, because I want to point out that Halloween 5 did not even have the real Myers house. And in Resurrection, they actually used the same house that they used in the original, which I thought was very good. And it gave more of a Myers feeling to it, more of a Halloween feel to it, by how it being in the original Myers house.
Yeah, I thought that was good, bringing that back. It wasn't the exact same one, but it looked closer to it, you know what I mean? So I can respect that. Part 6 felt more like Part 1. And you told me earlier that they were possibly thinking about remaking Halloween again, right?
Yes, they were talking about remaking the movies again, and it's rumored to be released maybe in 2014 as a 15. Not too sure, but if they do remake it, I just hope for the best. Even if it's a remake, I just want it to be a decent Halloween film, a good one that fans will actually like and appreciate. And I'd rather have a good, decent remake than a drought that we've had since the remake.
Yeah, I agree. A couple of fans have reminded me, one fan in particular by the name of John Ferreira. He's well known for a series called What Pisses Me Off. I don't know if you've ever watched that series on YouTube. It airs every week on YouTube. You guys might want to check that out. John Ferreira reminded me that we've had droughts before, like with Part 6. They waited 3 years later, and then they did H2O, and then they waited, another 3 years and did Resurrection. So, we've been through this before. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, yeah, there has been some droughts in the past, like in the Halloween series where, like between H5 and H6, between H2O and Resurrection, those droughts were like a couple of years. They weren't like terrible droughts, that lasted for like 4 to 5 years, you know, 2 or 4. This one has been lasting for like about 6-7 years if you don't even count the remakes. If you just count from Resurrection till now, because after Halloween 2 and Halloween 4, there was quite a bit of gap because Halloween 3 failed. Because it wasn't, you know, a true Halloween film because it didn't have Myers.
Yeah. What do you think about them remaking it all together? You know, what's up with that? Another remake?
I'm not totally against the remake. It's just that, like, Rob Zombie kind of, like, tarnished the idea of remaking Halloween.
Yeah, that's true. What would you like to see happen in Halloween 9?
Well, if they made Halloween 9 and not a remake, then I probably would like to them make, you know, like Michael go after Steven or possibly Laurie's son. You know, technically Laurie's son is a Myers family because it's the Myers blood still in him.
Yeah.
Like, because Jamie was Laurie's daughter, it's still the same blood, so Michael would have every reason to go after Laurie's son that he did, you know, for Jamie.
That's very true. Yeah, I agree. And what would you like to see happen if they did a remake?
If they did a remake, I would say, okay, you have an intro like you did in the original Halloween movie. Have it be a tiny bit longer, like maybe have it sunset Halloween night, and have Michael Myers be like a normal kid, basically, you know, a normal happy kid trick-or-treating that night, and then have him just like snap in the middle of trick-or-treating and go kill his sister, and that's the first intro movie, and that's it. And you know, 15 years later, he's going up, and he breaks out. One thing I want to point out is that the original movie got that right, and that's one of the faults that I had with the remake, because in the remake I felt they spent too much time with Michael Myers' backstory, and that's what ruined the film for me.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Is there such thing as too much Michael Myers in a movie? What if they have Michael Myers talking with Judith in the beginning of the movie, and the parents are going over the ground rules? You know, because they're about to go out on a date, right? So wouldn't they go over the rules?
Well, yeah, sure. There is no such thing as too much Myers, and that rule only applies to when Michael is growing up. When Michael is growing up, the rule of too much Myers does not apply. There's no such thing as too much Myers when he's growing up. What Rob Zombie did in the remake that was wrong is he used the concept of too much Myers in the childhood, and that ruined it for a lot of people because it made him less threatening because he knew why he does what he does. And that's why in the original movies, like the first two, you didn't know why he did what he did. You know, he was just, you know, crazy. He was a force that could not be stopped. He was a killing machine. And that's why I love the first two films, especially.
Normally, I would be against showing Michael Myers as a kid, but in 2013, I look at it like this. We're already messed up anyway, so we might as well have at least 20 minutes to 25 minutes of young Michael. It's already messed up anyway. I mean, you can't really ruin it anymore.
I would have at least 6, because in remakes, if you notice, Michael Myers is 10 years old.
And I have another question about Michael Myers, because I know you're one of the experts on him. We're sort of neck and neck when it comes to the Myers mythology, but I was on a website one time. This is an unofficial website. I forgot the name of it. But I was on there, and they were saying that he was a prodigy. In other words, he was wise beyond his years. Do you have a problem with them doing something like that in a remake? What if they made him a prodigy? They're saying he was smart. What if they made Michael smart in the remake, even as a kid?
When Michael was a kid, he was sort of smart, if you think about it.
That's very true. Is there anything you want to say before we go?
Well, I'd like to say that to all Halloween fans out there, don't think that the Halloween franchise is dead. I know a lot of you who aren't like me and the Myers fan here who believe that you know, there's still hope, you know, and that it's still alive, which it is. But I just want to, you know, reassure people who are having doubts and believe that the Halloween franchise is dead. It's not. It's still living strong. Let's all hope that, you know, Halloween movie, like something.
That's true. I would love to see another Halloween movie. And they keep telling the creators that they want a part 9 with all these fan films, but the creators aren't listening. All we can do is hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. I'm the Michael Myers fanatic. I've been here with Christian Mara 95. He's a big Halloween fan. You can search his channel. I'll put it in the description box, as a matter of fact. And we've been discussing the Halloween franchise. Thank you very much.